Welcome again for continuation of KCSE 2021 Mathematics Paper 2. We're going to number 4, a question from binomial expansions and expressions, whereby we are told to expand the expression in ascending powers of x, leaving coefficients as fractions in their simplest or in their lowest form. So remember to subscribe to this channel and to also share the link with your friends. We are first of all going to list the coefficients of power 5, which are 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, and 1. So these are the coefficients of power 5. Then now we're going to raise in ascending powers of x. Now that x is the second term in the binomial expansion, the term with x should have ascending powers, but 1 will be having descending powers. Therefore, we will start with 1 at power 5, but negative 3 out of 10x at power 0. So that we multiply this with 1. Now power 4, but negative 3 out of 10x is now raised to power 1. We move ahead to 1, which will now be power 3, and negative 3 out of 10x to be squared. 1 gets to power 2, and negative 3 out of 10x gets to power 3, then 1 power 1, and negative 3 out of 10x now becomes power 4. And finally, we shall have 1 getting to 0, but negative 3 out of 10x becomes power 5. Then now we simplify the fractions. Here we will have negative 3 out of 10x becoming 1 because it is to power 0, but 1 power 5 becomes 1. Therefore we shall have 1. Then minus, due to this minus, we will have 1 raised to 4 being 1. Then negative 3 over 10 x raised to 1 remaining the way it is. So when we multiply it with 5, we'll have by 5 1 by 5 2. This will be negative 3. We'll have negative 3 out of 2 x. Then we add. When we square this part, we shall get 9x squared out of 100. And remember, there is a 10 here. So it will be 9x. Instead of over 100, it will be over 10. Because 10 will simplify with this 100. Minus, when we cube this part, we shall have negative 3 becoming negative 27x cubed. Remember, this one is squared. Sorry. X cubed. Then this one will be 3000. And there is a 10 here again, such that 1 squared remains to be 1, but there is a 10 here. So it will be negative 27x power 3, but now out of 100. Remember, it could have been 1000, but 10 is simplifying. So plus, when we raise to power 4, 3 power 4 is going to be 81. This is going to be 81. Then this one is going to be 10,000. But now there is a 5 here. So when we take 10,000 out of 5, 10,000 over 5, this is going to be 2,000. So we shall have 81 x power 4. Then we divide with 2,000. 2,000. Then we move ahead to subtract. In the final one, we shall have 3 power 5 as 243 x power 5. Then we divide by, remember this is just 1, and when 1 is raised to 0, it remains 1. But now we have 10 power 5, so this is going to be 100,000. So this will be the expansion, and the fractions are in their simplest form. Use the first 3 terms of the expansion in part A to estimate the value of 0.97 raised to power 5. Because they are both raised to power 5, then we shall equate this binomial expression with 0.97, so that 3 out of 10x equals to, when we take this one to the other side, because negative 3 out of 10x brought to this side will become positive. So we have 1 minus 0.97, which is 0.03. So now we can remain with x, by multiplying with 10 out of 3. This will be 0.1. So the value of x is 0.1 according to the binomial expansion. And now we are going to substitute it in the first 3 terms of the expansion. So we'll have 1 minus 3 out of 2. X is 0.1. Then we add 9 out of 10. 0.1 squared. So let me check now the value when I compute using my calculator. 1 minus 3 over 2 into 0.1 plus 9 out of 10. Then 0.1 has been squared. This is going to give us 0.859 as the value of the above expansion.